A break in the case. Deputies say they've arrested the man caught on tape robbing and shooting a gas station clerk.
Central Coast News right now. This is breaking news.
Thanks everyone for watching tonight. I'm Katie Marzullo.
And I'm Arturo Santiago. We do start you off with breaking news tonight. Sheriff's deputies in Santa Barbara County have caught the man they say allegedly robbed a Goleta gas station and shot the clerk. 25-year-old Matthew Hamby was arrested this afternoon after authorities followed an anonymous tip. Last night, your Central Coast News showed you surveillance video of the robbery at the mobile gas station on Turnpike and Hollister. The video shows the suspect demanding cash and cigarettes, then shooting the man behind the counter. The gas station clerk is expected to be okay. Hamby was booked into Santa Barbara County Jail on attempted homicide and robbery charges.
The water level rises dangerously close to homes, putting some on flood watch. The latest on the Central Coast storm coming up in a live report.
And as the storm continues, it's turning over boats and damaging cars and houses in San Luis Obispo County.
Some residents in La Cañada have evacuated, but others refuse to leave the mudslide-prone area. Your Central Coast News on Fox starts right now.
Central Coast News right now.
Residents on Telephone Road watch as water rises right in front of their homes. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Katie Marzullo.
And I'm Arturo Santiago. Downed power lines at Oakley and Boone created quite the light show in Santa Maria. A PG&E crew was called out to fix this, and another one at El Camino and Railroad earlier today. Crews fixed a down line that knocked out power to dozens of homes along Donovan Road in northeast Santa Maria. Now, at last check, PG&E is reporting there are nearly 6,000 customers without power on the Central Coast. Here's the breakdown. In Santa Barbara County, more than 2,300 customers are without power, and in San Luis Obispo County, more than 3,700 customers are in the dark. Well, the rain pounded the Central Coast again today. Flooding has been a major concern during these storms. Adam Rakusin is live in Santa Maria tonight. And Adam, that's actually a road that's behind you.
That is a road behind me, Arturo. You know, some of the skies here have started to clear, except for the homeowners here on Telephone Road. They're still getting the worst of this flooding. Let me actually step out of the way and tell you what I'm talking about. This road is flooded. There's no way in and there's no way out, already making a nightmare situation here off of Telephone Road even worse. Round 3 of rain, wind, and lightning wreaked havoc. We're back here live off of Telephone Road where the flooding is still extremely dangerous. Now, the storm has knocked out power to residents here multiple times. Residents that I spoke with tell me they will get through the power outages. However, when the power goes out, so does their water supply. Many of the homes here run off of a well, and once it goes out, that's all that's left. Live in Santa Maria, Adam Rakusin, your Central Coast News.
All right, well, good luck to them. Thank you for that, Adam. Well, the rain has made it difficult for drivers to get across town in Los Osos. Our crews spotted several flooded roads this afternoon. The large pools of water, which were a foot or two deep, forced drivers to find alternate routes.
The Central Coast storm has been treacherous. It did some major damage in San Luis Obispo County today at land and at sea. Allison Reeder has more.
Like an axe chopping a log, a pine tree came crashing down onto a house. Allison Reeder, your Central Coast News.
The Goleta Pier is shut down tonight. A boat pushed by waves crashed into one of the pylons early this afternoon. Crews immediately evacuated the pier and closed it off. The boat did only minor damage to the pier, but crews are still waiting for it to be deemed safe before reopening. The boat, by the way, capsized under the pier. Sheriff's deputies are keeping a close eye on the recent burn areas in Santa Barbara County for signs of mudslides or flooding. For now, the preventative efforts by both the county and the people who live in the burn areas seem to be working. There have been no reports of serious damage, and waterways seem to be flowing. If it is necessary, though, the Sheriff's Department will issue evacuation orders.
Schools in Guadalupe were closed today due to the storm. This morning, students were sent home from Mary Buren Elementary and Kermit McKenzie Junior High because of power outages. The schools do plan to reopen tomorrow. All right, now let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Jim Byrne, for the latest on the Central Coast storm. Jim, today was brutal. What's next?
That's right, Katie. Check this out. This was shot earlier tonight outside the studios at about 5:15 tonight. Waiting for the thunder. There you go. How about that? A severe thunderstorm raked parts of the Central Coast just after 5 o'clock tonight. Severe thunderstorm warning was in place for pea-size hail. In fact, we had pea-size hail fall just outside the studios here. And that storm system moved rather quickly off to the east and at 30 miles an hour, and quickly within the hour and a half, it was already into the Central Valley. Let's take a look at some of those wind gusts associated with that thunderstorm, though. Grover Beach had a wind gust of 60 miles an hour right about the time that thunderstorm rolled through. Elsewhere today, wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour in Paso and San Ynez, and above that 40-mile-per-hour threshold around Santa Maria, San Luis Obispo, and Santa Barbara. Fortunately, things have quieted down just a little bit tonight, but more rain is in the forecast. It was a nasty day in Southern California as well. Radar loop over the last 3 hours shows just some light shower activity, most of it just between Highway 154 and the 101, but in San Luis Obispo County, things have quieted down considerably. Here's that little cell I was talking about off the 154 and the 101 back just south of Solvang. And it looks like maybe a few more showers in the forecast tonight and more rainfall tomorrow. In fact, could even see a bit more rainfall than what we saw today. We've got a pretty potent system that'll work its way into the region tomorrow. I'll break down the latest on that coming up in a few minutes. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Jim. For continuing coverage of the Central Coast storm, stay tuned to your Central Coast News. Also, on the front page of myfox11.com, you can click on the Central Coast Storm Information banner. There you'll find information from PG&E on power outages, sandbag locations, live satellite and radar on the storm, and a list of any road closures.